Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video we're going to be doing a quick look at the finals, giving you my first impressions of the game. If you don't know what the finals is, I'll give you a quick rundown about what the actual game is, and I'm also going to be talking about why I may be following this game with the channel going forward. So first things first, what is the finals? It's an online multiplayer FPS sandbox game. 4 teams of 3 people are dropped into a virtual arena and you have to battle it out to win the most amount of money in your round. So you do this by grabbing hold of vaults that are on the or opening vaults that are on the map. There is 2 at any one time, and once you get the cash box that's inside, you need to get it to a cash out station. The cash out station will then start to add the money into your pot, and once it's cashed out you have all the money in your pot, and the team with the biggest pot of money at the end wins. But in doing so, all out chaos ensues. There is a lot of gunplay, a lot of battles go on. You've got to try and guard your cash out station, or you can even camp cash out stations waiting for somebody to bring a money box to you. It's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the fair few hours. I think I've put 8 hours into it so far, and I've really enjoyed it. I would just like to thank Rockhounds for kindly donating a key so that I could take part in the closed beta. I've really enjoyed what I've played so far. If you really want to get into the nitty-gritty of what the game is though, I would suggest that you go and check out Rockhounds' videos. He's been following this game since inception, so he is a veritable font of knowledge on this game at the moment. He knows a lot more about it than I do. He's produced a lot more videos on the subject of this game than I have. Obviously this is my very first one, so I will put a link in the description down below and in a pinned post so you can go check out his channel, go and have a watch of his videos, and he will get you up to date with the nuts and bolts of this game. But for me, I've enjoyed the fair few hours that I've played. The game's very solid. It just works, which is a little bit odd for a beta these days. We always have something that maybe doesn't work very well, or something that's not been added yet, or something that's in the game and it's broken, whereas the finals, you just load up the game and play. It all works, which is pretty new. So the gunplay in the game I've found to be very solid. You get good audio and visual cues when you're hitting somebody. The time to kill can be quite long sometimes, but it depends on what gun you're using. It depends on what class you're using. There are 3 classes that you can choose from altogether: light, medium and heavy, and you can customize them to a little degree. You can pick, I think, 2 main weapons, a couple of secondary weapons. There's also things like flashbangs, incendiary grenades, frag grenades, things like that that you can equip. If you're a light class, you can go invisible for a few seconds as well. So each class has its sort of pros and cons, which you get with most FPS games anyway. There are some performance issues that I've had with the game. These are mainly just FPS drops at certain points within the game. Now there's a lot of destruction that you can wreak on this game, but all of the destruction mechanics are handled at the server side, so even though there's a lot of destruction going on, it's not really impacting on the performance of your PC. But I think a lot of the performance issues are just due to them using Unreal Engine 5. It's a pretty new engine, Unreal Engine 5. I don't really know many other games that are using this at the moment, but I'm glad that they've gone with that because it future-proofs the game for many years to come. And I think the performance issues that we're having are just something that's going to be ironed out as development goes along. That's what these closed betas are for, are to find things out like this. But I do feel like I'm being a little bit harsh on them, because even though there are FPS drops, they're not massive and they're not hugely noticeable. It's only every now and again that I will notice a bit of a blip, but it doesn't stop the game being, very, very playable. But as I say, I'm glad they've gone with that engine, and I think these are just things that they will iron out as they go. Now, on the first time that I logged into the game, the game chose epic settings for me. Now I'm running on a 2080 Ti, which isn't really cutting the mustard these days for a lot of top-end games, but even at epic settings I was getting good FPS. I've dropped it down slightly. I've just gone for high settings, and even though I've done that, the game still looks absolutely gorgeous and it runs really, really well. I did that to try and mitigate some of the FPS performance issues that I was having. Doesn't seem to have worked too much. It smoothed the gameplay out a little bit, but the game still looks good and is very, very playable. As I say, the gameplay is fun and frantic. I really enjoy it. At times you can struggle to know what the hell is going on, but I find that in a lot of games. I think it's just because I'm an older gamer and I can't keep up. I do play a lot of Overwatch 2, so I'd like to think that I can keep up with Fast and Furious gameplay, but sometimes I've just got to step back and think, you know what, I need to approach this from a different angle. There's just too much going on. But yeah, the gameplay is really fun. One of the issues that I've found with gameplay though is if somebody leaves your team halfway through a round, they're not replaced. There's no backfilling on the servers. I would assume that that's maybe just something that's going going on with the beta at the moment, and when they push development on a little bit, teams will be backfilled so that even if you lose a player, they will be replaced by somebody else pretty quickly. It does kind of make games a little bit hard to win, but I have managed to win a couple of games on my own, so I've done okay, but it's better playing with teammates. Another little issue that I've found is when you die, if one of your teammates doesn't resurrect you, you are sat waiting to get back in. There will be a countdown, and then there will be a visual cue on the screen which says that you can insert another coin and you can sort of continue playing the game. There's no audio cue though when the countdown is finished, and one of the things that I've found is that I'm sat enjoying what I'm seeing on the screen that much that I forget to respawn myself back into the game. But you know, it's just a niggling little thing that I hope that they fix going forward. But I've got to say, I've massively enjoyed my time playing this game. I think although I'm enjoying it, there needs to be different team sizes. I would assume that eventually that will be added into the game anyway. There needs to be different modes as well, because I think if they was to leave it as it is, it becomes stale pretty quickly for some people. But as long as they do change up things going forward, I can predict a bright future for this game. It's really good. It will be free to play when it comes out, as far as I'm aware. I don't know if there will be another closed beta session. I've heard rumours that there might be an open one at some point going forward. I really hope that it is, because I'd like to get some of my friends in on this game to play it with me. I've enjoyed playing it, but like I say, you're just playing with random people. I don't know if there's any voice in this game. I haven't actually checked. I'm not sure if there is or not. I know that there's no text chat, but I think text chat is sort of a thing of the past in FPS games now. You can't really relay information quick enough via text in these games anymore. Like I say, I haven't really dug into the nuts and bolts of the game. I've just jumped in and played it, but I've enjoyed what I've played, so it definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Will I be following this game with the channel going forward? I think I will. One of the reasons for that is that because although I am a big Escape from Tarkov fan, and that will always be the mainstay of the channel, I've kind of put all of my eggs in one basket with Escape from Tarkov, and I think it's maybe time to branch out into something new. The finals may or may not be that game that I branch out into ultimately, but I'm going to follow it for a little while, maybe do some update videos on it as development goes along, and follow it with the channel, see where it goes. Like I say, I like the game. I think my friends will like it when they get to play it as well. So, and Tarkov gets a little bit stale sometimes, and the news kind of goes dead with Escape from Tarkov now and again, which kind of renders my channel empty for a little while. If there isn't drama and news coming out about Escape from Tarkov, then I'm not producing videos. You know, I don't tend to do just gameplay videos, which maybe I should put some up just to fill in some of the gaps between the drama and the news that we get from Escape from Tarkov. But yeah, I think I would like to follow something else with the channel, and the finals will be it for now. So going forward, I'll be doing videos on the updates and things like that for the game. When I hear news, I will produce a video and let you guys know. I do really recommend following Rockhounds though, because he is the de facto person to go to when it comes to the finals at the moment, so definitely check out his channel. But I will follow it as well and see where it goes. Like I say, predicts quite a bright future for this game. I've enjoyed playing it. It's a pretty simple concept, but it's been done very well. Rockhound did a Q&A with one of the founders of Embark Studios, the creators of the finals, and basically sounds like they're really hoping that it's got a bright future too, and they've got a lot of ideas in the works and a lot of things that they want to add and change in the game. So yeah, it's looking good. And that's pretty much it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Thank you.